Genshin is going to end soon. Yes, you heard me right, and here's why. As we know, Natlan is quickly approaching, and with that, we'd only have Snezhnaya. But we're still missing Venti's second story quest, and Mondstadt is still missing a few things that the other nations do have, which is an expansion, or you can say a port, mainly the Dandelion Sea and Dawnman port. Comparing the size of Mondstadt, it is the smallest region in the entirety of Teyvat, and by a significant amount compared to Liyue, which had 3 expansions plus the Chasm, Inazuma, which had 3 islands plus Inkanomiya, Sumeru, which had 3 expansions, and I believe another one was recently added, and there are speculations that Natlan will be as big as Sumeru. Meanwhile, Mondstadt only has Dragonspine. Another thing to note is that Mondstadt chapter is titled as the prologue, an introductory to the world of Teyvat, while the other regions are considered chapters. Which brings me to my second point. As it stands, Mondstadt has been and still is the only nation to not have a Fatui Harbinger boss. It's speculated that Colombina will make an appearance in Natlan alongside Capitano, and in fact, Varka and the expedition's last known position was also in Natlan, so we'll probably able to meet him and the rest of the Knight of Favonius there as well. With Snezhnaya being the last region and we're still yet to meet the other Fatui Harbingers, it's safe to say that Natlan will give us Colombina for Mondstadt and Capitano, or another Harbinger for Natlan, and we'll be introduced to the remaining Harbingers soon enough when we eventually go to Snezhnaya. Now my third point is Venti's missing story quest. This is entirely my speculation, but with Colombina having her own angelic traits and features, maybe she'd have some relation to Venti as well, and she'd also been introduced as Mondstadt Fatui boss. I know people say that Colombina is a blessed race, but I don't think I have enough information to entirely exclude her. With that, we also haven't heard much of Staroth. Another possibility is that when we have Venti, or you can say Mondstadt in endgame, we mean endgame. Like for example, him guiding us or helping us to get to Celestia. At the end of the most recent rhythm event, Wyden said that there'd be war coming. This could be in reference to the inevitable war with Celestia, and since Venti's statue is labeled the gateway to Celestia, he might be our means to getting there, and maybe even serve as a guide. Venti is after all the closest Archon to Celestia, and of all the Archons we have right now, Venti has now been the only one to even visit there. Now with Natlan possibly introducing dragons, we'd also possibly get more content with Devalin, learning about where he is from and possibly the revival of Durin. Despite being defeated all those years ago, Durin's heart is still beating, and honestly, I wouldn't even be upset if Durin gets a revival since he wasn't knowingly a villain. He caused harm to the Mondstanders, and naturally Venti and Devalin had to fight against him. But even then, Durin only thought that they were dancing and only realized the situation when it was too late. It's honestly sad. So if there's a chance Durin does resurrect, I'd be happy with that. But with that, what do you guys think? Do you have any expectations for Natlan or hopes for any future content Natlan might be bringing? And also, what do you guys think? Is Genshin Impact going to end soon, or is it far away from over? And also tell me what's your thought about my theory. Do you agree with it or not? And do write your own opinions and information if you have so. And yeah, subscribe our channel for more Genshin content, and I will see you in the next one.